y'all. Luis Marchese here, coming with an update on ratification. We're just a few weeks out from the ratification vote and going to share a little bit more about that. But first, just want to speak to the tragedies and crises that we're facing every day, that New York and Texas and Roe v. Wade have all made even more clear over the past few weeks. I've been waking up feeling sick to my stomach some days, woken up feeling pretty hopeless. Today, I was less hopeless today, and I think I'm feeling clearer than ever, honestly, in the wake of these tragedies, that the right has been playing the long game, and they have taken seriously what it means to organize hundreds of thousands of ordinary people, whether it's through the NRA, or through the evangelical church, or through other institutions, or with other local groups. And I feel very ready, personally, to commit to the long haul and to the type of base building and organizing that will set us up to build some real power, and which I believe Sunrise 2.0 is really going to get us a lot closer to being able to wield. I'm really hungry for that world where we have a lot more power. Over the next few weeks, we're gonna have a lot of time to make a decision about whether or not the path that's been charted by the front loading team is the path forward for Sunrise or not. And just to say a little bit about where we've been so far over the past 7-8 months, we've done a lot of different forms of getting input on the DNA. The DNA, which includes the strategy, the structure, the narrative for Sunrise's next chapter. First, we tested it and got feedback with our membership, and then we got feedback with partner groups. We got feedback from just ordinary unorganized members of the public. And then we also did a layer deeper of feedback from folks through DNA roundtables, which had, I think, over 60 participants across the movement that were selected by their hubs to represent their hubs at roundtables. And many hubs also hosted their own kind of input sessions where they were presenting on the new DNA for Sunrise 2.0 and giving their input on it. In the past few weeks, the DNA edits team, which is basically getting us to the finish line in terms of a final product of DNA that's going up for a vote, has taken the time to parse through all of the input and feedback. They've made some changes, and the revised 2.0 Sunrise 2.0 DNA is going up for ratification June 21st, and it'll be open to vote through June 30th at 11:59 p.m. Pacific time. And between now and June 30th at 11:59 Pacific time, we're going to have a lot of time to reckon, to wrestle together, and just to name a few spaces where that's going to be possible. The first thing you need to do is you need to register to vote. We have a form that should be dropped below to sign up to make sure that you're able to vote on the DNA, and you should talk to your ratification lead or a point person in your hub to make sure that you are signed up to vote. Additionally, we're going to have a ton of info sessions that are basically all about talking through the DNA, getting folks' questions answered, and folks will have the option to do one within their hub or come to one of the many ones that are being hosted nationally across the movement. And last is that the DNA itself is going to be released on June 7th in the form of a 10 to 12 page packet, which has an accompanying audio file for folks to read or listen to. And the dream is that the ideal scenario is that folks register to vote. After registering to vote, you get the DNA packet starting June 7th. You read it over, you listen to it, and then you come to an info session in order to get more questions answered so that you're able to make an informed vote on whether or not to ratify the DNA. So that's the overview. I'm feeling power hungry with all of you, and I'm really excited to ring in Sunrise's next era